So like usual, please share this live. It's a good conversation that we're gonna have here. Anna will share with us some inspirational moments from her path, because we know that she needed to fight a lot and to battle to reach what she had, and we are very proud of her path, of her achievements, and we want to have here this kind of conversation in order that you can inspire us, we can inspire you, we can inspire the world, and having this trade, because the world is made of trade. So first of all, we want a smaller presentation. Who is Anna? Where are you from? What you do?
Okay, I'm from Greece. I grew up in a suburb of Athens, and I'm 32 years old. And I remember myself, always I wanted to be a teacher. I didn't know in which kind of teacher, but always I wanted to be a teacher. And maybe in gymnastics or in athletics, because I did for a lot of years when I was a kid. But finally, I became a dance teacher.
Nice, nice.
When you start dancing, and why?
I started dancing in a dance school, and I never stopped from then, on my 16 years old.
What kind of dance? What kind of dance?
Ballroom dancing. Latin and ballroom dancing. And before this, I did some lessons in school of Greek traditional and Latin, but not in a row, not with consistency. But from my 16, I never stopped. And the reason was why that year, it was in 2004, and we had Olympics in my country.
Oh.
And they closed the stadium that I used to work out for long jump. I did long jump then in classic athletics. So I had a dream, and suddenly I couldn't work out. I couldn't practice myself. And I said to my parents, there was a dance school near to the stadium, and I saw the dancers going up and down all the time. And I said to my parents, if I don't start dancing, I'm going to stop French lessons. And I was in the last year for a degree. So I said, I want to start dancing.
Strong personality.
And then I studied.
You made competition in the ballroom?
Yes, until 2016, 10 dances.
And how was the results? You were good? Did you reach
in Greece was very good, and it's very difficult to find a partner. But the last 2 years that I had a partner that we worked very hard together. We went also in Blackpool, yes. Okay, there was a disaster, our results, but okay, it was our first time, and I returned back with inspiration and some books about training, and I was like, yeah, we need to practice more with a better way, and he was like, no, I don't want. And I was so disappointed after his reaction. But anyway, it was very difficult because I had no free time. All my money went to practices and everything.
Yeah,
that
ballroom is an expensive sport.
Very expensive, and the costumes and everything.
I just want to get a little bit of, before you go on, sorry, to get a little bit of the curiosity of the people that are listening to us, because Anna, since young age, have troubles to get a partner, and she find the proper solution nowadays. So stay here to listen to the solution, okay?
Don't say the solution
yet. So tell us, you were saying, so it's expensive, the costumes, the lessons.
So yes, after my partner back then, he decided to stop competitive life in general. And I was very disappointing. And okay, I said, I will continue with competitions only if I find a partner abroad. So for 1 year, I was looking for a partner in UK or in Italy. I did some tryouts. I went in Italy for some months, but it didn't work out. And Kizomba was already in my life.
When was that? When you met Kizomba?
In 2011, with Benjamin Andes.
Yeah,
Oh, nice.
Beautiful.
Now you know. You
And
know.
it was in Greece?
Yes, he did a seminar for a weekend in Athens. And it was amor a primera vista for me. But then I had my focus in ballroom. I wanted that for myself back then. But I keep Kizomba in a second, position. I did in some salsa classes. Okay, let's do 10 minutes of a new dance, or maybe as a free lesson in a party to introduce Kizomba to the people, because back then in 2011 in Athens, nobody knew about this, not even me. But then in 2012 came in Athens a dancer from Coast Ivory, Abdul Lindo, and we worked together. He taught me a lot of things. He was, I think he was in Africadançar in London. He won the first place in London. I'm not sure. Okay, and then with Abdul, I learned more about Kizomba, and we danced together in a club every Thursday in 2012, 2013, 2012. And from 2016, I focused on this.
Beautiful, beautiful. And do you remember when you met us for the first time and how?
Yes, I remember, of course. Okay, Katie is responsible for this.
How is he? He's okay because you have a baby.
He has 2 babies now.
Oh my God, he's working
yes.
hard. He's working hard.
Yes, the second one is just 1-2 months, I think.
Nice, nice. He's nice. He's
baby. He's good. He lives in Germany now.
Perfect.
So in 2017, Katie was in Greece, and with Eduardo and Demi, we danced. We did a cooperation, something like a team. Let's say a team for a Kizomba Fusion choreography for Istanbul Dance Festival, International Istanbul. And he told me about your training because he saw that I love Kizomba, and I already teach Kizomba. I had some classes, and he told me about your training, and I said, yes, sure, I am going to be there. So it's good to see also something more structured. And I don't know if you remember, Ricardo, I told you that because I have studied teaching how to teach dance from the university. My university was about sports science and physical education, and my specialization was in teaching Greek traditional dances, but the methodology of teaching dance, it's the same.
General, yeah.
General. And also from my diplomas in international Latin, I had some experience. So I tried to fix some rules about Kizomba. For me to be easier to teach Kizomba. And when I saw your methodology, I saw that we were quite close.
Good.
Yes.
Nice.
And I loved you, and you inspired me, so I continue watching your trainings.
I remember that you were with Katie and another girl. She was a ballet dancer, if I remember.
Yes, Nicole. I have lost her. I don't know what she does.
Because it was for her, I think it was the first experience that she had regarding Kizomba, because she was a ballet dancer.
I think she has stopped with ballroom, social dances. I have to see her for a long time.
Okay.
But so you already said more or less that it was by an advice from Katie that you decided to attend the KTT. So did you have, just to understand a little bit this process, because you didn't know us so good.
I didn't know you, yes. And I didn't know that there is Kizomba teachers training.
Of course.
I don't know why. I never searched about. I didn't know.
But in somehow, did you create any kind of expectation? So in order that, I don't know, was it in a way, I don't know what I will catch from this, let's go and then I see, or in somehow you create some kind of expectation at the beginning to try to find specific things? How was this?
No, the first option. I had no expectation, and what I saw was above every expectation.
So good, so good.
Yes.
What tools that you find there you took for your life of teaching?
I think that except of practical things about figures, movements, routines, and everything, the most important tools that I took was your mentality around all this thing. I don't remember specific now because it's 3 years, but I think that some things, how can I say this in English? I have taken them so into me that I cannot separate them. So I don't remember if it's from me.
Good. Maybe it's easier like that. Did you felt any kind of transformation before the training and after the training? In what ways you felt that this transformed something inside of you that allow you to go in a certain direction?
Maybe to give more attention to the music. I mean to the artist and the story of music, and to share it with my students. And I saw after maybe not the first year, but after the second year, that I insist in, okay, this song is from this artist, this song is blah, blah, blah. And they attached more in dancing when they knew more information about the culture and all this thing. And this is one that I can remember. Other thing,
regarding mentality, did you felt that, because this is a technical training, it's directed to Kizomba, how we try to share the way that we teach, the way that we think, how we construct the structure. So not only telling what is the structure, but telling what is behind the thought of that construction. But this is one part of the training. Other part that is one of our major objectives is to try to inspire people to change the world in somehow, their world, their specific world. And work a little bit in coaching parts and in mentality and focus and direction, following the dreams, going up on the staircase, having the ladder, having the targets. Did you felt that in somehow when you left this training, you had like an extra will to do something that before you were not even thinking about that?
What I remember is that when I returned back to Greece and I had this, some conversation about the training, I said to people that that was not just a training about dancing, it was a training about life. And but I am as a person like this. I mean, I read a lot about self
improvement,
yes, and about other things, more consciousness and everything. So that this is why I thought, of course, you push me more in this direction, because sometimes I felt that maybe, the people that come to a dance school, they don't know a lot of blah blah, they know to dance and everything, but and spend their time. But I see after 3 years that I build this, and you are the more conscious, trigger for me to do it. I see that there is a result, and students come to me and say to me that it's not that you only teach dance, it's something more.
It's so good to feel that recognition by the students, because the way that we see it is they need to find what they want to find. The students are the ones that say in what direction we need to go. So we cannot force something that they don't want to get. So if they just want to have fun, we need to deliver fun, but we cannot forget our principles and our objectives, our
Exactly.
agenda. So the good instructors are the ones that can deliver what the students want, but in somehow we can give them without they are knowing what we consider that is good for them. So it's this trick of, remember this analogy of the candy and the broccoli? So we need to give a candy to them because it's sweet, they like it, but we need also to give the broccoli and the veggies because it's good for their health. So doing this analogy, it's a balancing. It's almost like dealing with a kid. So the kids just want certain things, and sometimes we need to deliver what they want in order that we can place the learning that we want them to learn. So it's interesting that you talk about that and you have that conscious and you have results, because one thing is to go to a training and look to the things in a theoretical part, but then after is to pick up that and bring to your environment and see how does it work and do that laboratory. That it's very important to do it. You need to test, because things that work in your city with your students will be different from other places. You can have guidelines, but after it's interior work and a work on the field in order that you can get the results. And I'm so happy, and we are very glad that you are receiving that feedback from your students, because this is the best reward that we can have, when they recognize what we are delivering.
You know,
yes. Say, Anna, say, please.
I sometimes, in all these years, I doubt about the importance sometimes of our job. Do you remember?
Yeah.
About, you have shared a story about this with us a lot of, not only once. So, and I see that the last years that I ask also the students, so why are you coming? Why do you dance? What do you want?
This is so
important. I don't keep it just for me. I go in the dance floor, I do my lesson, and you know, I try to, because it's good for me. It gives meaning also to me.
Yeah, nice. I remember, I think I'm not making confusion. In the training in Istanbul, I think you were with a little bit pain, with a pain. It was with you, yes? In your belly, you were not feeling good.
Oh, yes.
It was with you. I was like, and you know, I think it's and I helped you, yes? And yesterday I was doing that with me, because yesterday I was very bad and I was doing that kind of abs.
Lady pain.
Yes.
Ladies
yeah,
pain.
Hypopry press. How did you tell this? Yes.
And in this way, I think we have a role so important, not only in teaching dance, yes, because you care about people, you care about your students, and sometimes they are not feeling good. It was what happened with you. You were with a red face, and I was, what's happening? And then you share with me, and then I was able to help you. And this is a thing that for us as teachers, we have a very important role, not only dancing, teaching how to dance, but teaching how to live and how to take care of your health and of your body and your mind also. Yes, then we have a very important role in this. And I remember that.
Yes, this is very important.
Yeah.
And because I teach also Pilates, in my Pilates and stretching classes, I give a healthy tip every time about maybe nutrition or something else, I don't know. So they like it.
We have here Aika, that was also in the...
Oh, Aika, yes, I love this girl.
Our official Google translator. So we have here Daniel.
Officially, yeah.
So we are safe. If we need any kind of help in the English translation, in Google Translate, we have here too.
Yeah, it's very nice. Very nice.
And like I saying that, she remember also that Paula should teach a workshop about this. So, but yes, as a Pilates instructor, for sure you have this understanding, and this is an advice for all of the instructors, not only in dance. If you have other kind of knowledges, if you have other kind of tools, try to create bridges, because it will be a plus, it will be an extra to what you have to deliver. And sometimes we just need to try to find here the connections. For example, I started studying mechanical engineering, and I had a lot of lessons about physics and chemistry and all this stuff. I never use my knowledge to mechanical engineering because I didn't finish my degree. But I had a lot of knowledge there that I could implement on my dancing instruction and my dancing teaching. So we made a lot of ballet lessons, although we are not ballet dancers, and we implement a lot of this knowledge to our Kizomba dancing and to our salsa dancing. So this kind of inputs from other disciplines, from other techniques, it will be just a plus. So even you, if you know about Pilates, you can implement a lot of that tips connected to the posture in Kizomba, and for sure you do that. So this is just a call of attention for those that are listening to us. Don't forget to do that. Use the things that you are good to be able to bring an extra and a plus in other things that you do also.
Yes, is to use your knowledge. Now I have two asks. When you start teaching Kizomba, you already spoke more or less about that. When you start, and in Greece, and what were your difficulties?
When I started with Kizomba, I think it was around 2014, 15, 14. But 2 years, almost 2 to 3 years, 2 years before I meet you. I started with 1 or 2 hours per week. The difficulties was that it was difficult to create a group because people didn't know about Kizomba a lot. But they started to ask. They started to ask about. So I can remember that in 2015 that I focused more in Kizomba, I had no such difficulties. But before, in 2013-12, it was more difficult.
So
then yes, I remember a lot of difficulties in my salsa classes, mostly. Sorry.
Do you consider that marketing and sales technique are important for instructors and for schools?
Are you kidding? Maybe it's the most important, more important than dancing itself.
I'm telling this because
everything, our service.
A lot of us as instructors and dance managers focus a lot on the technical part of the product that we want to deliver, the service that we want to deliver. But we forget that we need to have people to want that. And a lot of people don't want because they don't know. So this is the major task, and the big secret and the big goal is to improve your communication, to improve your marketing, to know how to sell what you have to sell. And it's interesting that now our area of the dance are opening a little bit more the eyes for that. We have already people that are masters on that. And we all have profit when somebody develops something that allows to bring more input to what we do. So we have the example of the urban keys. It was something that allowed the Kizomba to be more spreaded. Although it's not the same thing, although it's blah, 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 blah talk, the fact is that Urban Keys made an amazing marketing job in order that a lot of people that nowadays know Kizomba, a lot of people that have interest to learn about the roots and samba, was because they were interested in a commercial music, R&B, hip-hop remix with Kizomba, and a beautiful couple that was dancing something very fancy, very good looking. So these kind of learnings also are very important. And this is an advice for all the professionals in dance. Don't forget to have this knowledge, or to hire somebody that is a master on that area, because you can be an expert on teaching and you don't want to be in that direction, but you should have somebody that help you to do that work.
Yeah, I have recognized this, and the last 3 years I have invested in some seminars about marketing, digital marketing from University of Singapore or MIT, you know, through online lessons. with degrees and tests and everything. And I did it first for me, for being able to promote my job, and then to have a backup.
Of course.
But yes, as I grow up and the passion and the practical things, it's the reality that slap you in the face. You have to do it. Yes, you have to do it.
Did you start to teach alone?
Yes, from my 21, I started this because in ballroom dancing this is very common.
Mm-hmm.
And from the exams, you need to learn all the men and ladies things, and how to lead and how to follow, even if you are man or woman. So I started alone, and I like it.
But when you did our teachers training, one of the things that we say that we consider that is very important is to teach in couple. What you did, or you are keep doing it alone, or how you manage that? Because I'm trying to speak about this because there are lots of ladies that have that difficulties of having a partner, and I think you are solving very good. Now we are giving the solution. Let's see or not. And how did you think about that? That when we said that it's for us, it's very important to have a partner. How you do? How you thought? How you managed?
Yes, it's the truth is that it make me think about it, and but in Greece it's very difficult to teach in couple. I mean, also for the money and everything, it's very difficult for the dance schools to pay 2 people to do the lesson. Mm-hmm. So except of this, let's talk about me. Because all these years back to my career, I have teaching alone. I prefer this, but in festivals, I think it's very important because you have only 1 hour to have a partner. It's very important because it's faster. You split the people. I do this even in my classes, in my weekly classes. I split men and women. I teach the steps, or I am with men that they are usually less. So I am with men, and I take with me a good student, a lady, for helping me with the ladies. And I switch, lady man, sometimes. Yes, I understand that it works better if you have a partner that you need to, I don't know if it's better, but it's faster, maybe. Mm-hmm. Maybe faster. In festivals, of course, even for me works better. For this reason, I had a partnership more, I tried to build 2 partnerships. The first one was a disaster, the second one was good. Mostly for the festivals and shows and workshops in the festivals.
Because it's not being clear here. When you teach in couple, you are the leader. So you arrange a partner when you go to festival that is a girl. So, and you place a hat and you do the man role. So it's interesting to share a little bit. Before that, you have here an invitation. Nikita from Russia is telling, be my partner. So
be my partner
in Russia. He's really a nice guy. He's a very committed guy. I love this guy. It's really a cool guy. So talk after that.
And look what I say. She leads better than many men.
Exactly. So you decide. It's almost like a personage, no? Like when you enter in the studio, you place your hat and
you change.
You change.
I did this anyway. I have a big a collection of hats. I like hats. I didn't do it only for Kizomba. This is my style. I used to wear hats. But before this lady, that she was my student, I tried to build another partnership with another student. He was man, but it didn't work. Not because he was man. I mean, his behavior was not good.
Okay.
Let's don't do something. Let's don't say something more about this. So after this, I started with this lady, not with a focus on what finally happened. I said to her, I want just somebody to practice my social for dancing with my students in the parties. Do you want to do some practice? And she said yes. And from these practices, we fixed a show. And after this, we went to Berlin and Istanbul together and in the biggest festivals in Greece. So it grew up very fast for us.
Nice.
And why do you think that it happens like this? What was the difference? What was that thing that make it happen so naturally? Like you are saying, because you just to implement here that my idea, you were saying that you didn't plan, you just wanted to have something to practice, and suddenly the thing starts growing and you start being invited for festivals and you start traveling. Why you think that happened? Now looking back.
Yeah, we had very good chemistry together. And in Greece, it was the first time that two women danced together, like so officially. So it was something new for the people, I mean. And we were friends before we danced together, so that was also good. When we had some arguments, we were able to find a solution very fast. And I don't know, it's like, you know, a relationship. Some things just happen. And now I'm here because I'm not in Athens. I live in Syros the last 1 year. That was a big change that I did with my life.
Oh, nice.
Live in an island. And this here you can do me the question, what is the difficulties about teaching Kizomba in an island that nobody did before? Sometimes I feel that I go back 6 years back, you know.
But let's go a little bit back. First of all, what you were saying, that you offer something different to the market. And this is something that I want to call the attention, mainly for those that are listening to us. And it happened to you, not in a conscious way, but
no.
People that are starting now, they can have this extra tip, this extra tool. When you enter in a market, try to find something that you will offer differently for the market. If you go to try to do exactly what others do, that they are doing for more time, that they are doing better than you, what you expect regarding the demand of your work. So try to find, it can happen naturally, like it happened with you and what's the name of your friend?
Victoria.
Victoria, with you and Victoria. But I have also a theory, a thesis about that, why it happens with you, because it was the same.
It was you. It was you, Ricardo. Do you remember outside of Mima? You told me this.
Even though I know, I remember that conversation under our logo there in our school here in Porto. But I want to take a learning from this, because it's one of the major objectives of this KTT Talks, is to talk about your experience, of course, your path, but also to take some learnings for those that are listening to us that they can implement to them. So first of all, try to find something that you will be good, that will be different, that will call the attention, and it will be a plus to the market that you are, and not one more, okay? Because when you enter in one more, you enter in a level of competition that is difficult to overpass. Second, passion, alignment on the goals, because you start dancing with a friend just for fun, just for practicing, without the pressure of a goal that you need to reach immediately. And naturally, by the happiness, by the joy, your work starts happening in a smooth way. And you start creating connections regarding the objectives that were presented to you without this stress of, damn, I need to get there, I need to get there, I need to get there, without having the natural process to get there. It's important to define a goal, but we cannot take a step bigger than our leg, because sometimes people want to get to a certain place without being ready for that. So maybe you can get there once, but then you will fall and it will be difficult to get there again. So it's important to construct the ladder step by step. And one of the things that I remember, because you were afraid, you didn't know if that would be okay, but mainly is your guts, your instincts. Like, we learn what make your heart sing, what are the things that will make you wake up in the morning and want to go directly to what you need to do. Without that, damn, I need to work. That idea that you want to have a six-pack and you start thinking, damn, I need to do abs, I need to run.
Like Paula, every time,
Exactly.
every day.
So you need to learn how to enjoy the process in order that you will get the result that you want. And but I want you now to talk a little bit about that process. What were your fears, a little bit of our conversation, and what does it change on your way of thinking in order that you get a different result? Because most of the times are not the others. We used to blame the others, but the big difference is inside of us. And when you do this switch, that is the moment that something different will happen. So talk to us a little bit.
And just a little small thing, but very, very important. Instead of focus on the problems, we need to open our mind and focus in a solution or several solutions. And that is going to open the way to the things happening in our life, and things appear like that.
Yeah, and you need to be conscious about that, you know, because sometimes you just focus on the problem without even realize it. Yes, that's very important. Look, I had the idea of dancing with a lady, and especially with this girl, for maybe 1 year before I do it. But I wasn't sure. I was a little bit scared. I had some doubts. But after the conversation with Ricardo outside in the cold weather of Porto, and I remember that I was crying and I was like, I don't know what to do. And he told me, you need to find something that it's yours, you know, authenticity. So after this, I said, okay, I'll try. This is because I had the feedback from a lot of ladies, yeah, also in festivals and in parties, that I am a good leader. And I said, okay, this is my strong, paper now, my strong card. So I'm going to use it. I have nothing to lose. Okay, and let's do it. So I started more focused, rehearsals and with the show, and I went to a coach for acrobatics. And we did also some very good acrobatics in our shows. So that was, step by step, and with this focus of being me, just me, and don't be afraid of doing something new, let's say. I don't find the words now. And that was the process, and this is the process of life, I think. To know yourself and to be different, not just for oh, come on, my English now. not just for being what?
I was saying, say it in Greek, and Daniel can help you.
Yeah, Daniel is here. Yes, not being different just for being different, but being you, not being different. And if it's you, it's different. I mean, so this is also this could be the title of my life the last 2 years. I tried to find myself. I went a trip to Bali 2 years ago alone for 3 weeks. And that was like, wow, me and myself just for 21 days in another continent with a lot of meditation and everything. And that was very good. And I continue doing this.
Nice.
Also with saints. So this is with dancing and with everything, I think, to find yourself.
This is one of the biggest achievement that everybody is trying an entire life to find. And at the age of 32, if you were able to do that, you are blessed, because we have people that live an entire life trying to find that and they are not able to do it. And it's important to understand what is the different process of each one, because for you it was going to Bali alone to meditate and to try to find yourself in that system. Some other people, it will not be like that, because they are not into that. So it's important to find the interior me. So this is something that we need to allow us to have time to know ourselves. And the process doesn't matter. You can find your process. But I'm very glad and happy to know that you were able to do that. So you were saying that to change to an island, you need to start over everything from scratch, but with a big advantage, because you were not starting from scratch. You were starting already with a big experience. And with knowing the mistakes that you made in the past and picking up that learnings to be able to create new mistakes, to learn even more and to do something new. So how is that process? Are you now, of course, we are in a difficult situation that slowed down everything, but before this COVID, were you feeling already the results of the implementation of what you are doing?
It was like, wow. I mean, I came here afraid, but it was like I couldn't do it in another way. My feeling, my heart was calling here to come here. I love this place. I'm not from here. I was just here for vacation and holidays and everything for some years. So I stopped resisting on this, like I did with Kizomba some years ago. I stopped resisting in Kizomba and stopped Latin. So, and I came here and the response from the people was like very good in my classes. And on March, I was like this. I was full of lessons, private lessons and everything. And I was like, yes, I did it. And then COVID came and told me, no, you didn't. But even with this, it was very good. You know, the life and the quality in the island is amazing. I stayed here for the quarantine, so I had more freedom than being in a city.
Okay.
With the sea and everything, the nature here. And after quarantine, the people came back. Most of them came back.
Good.
And now I do some parties here. And the most beautiful thing, and I want to share it with you and with everybody, is that the last 1 month and until the end of the summer, I work with kids in a day summer camp.
Oh.
And I teach them Kizomba, Afro House, and all this stuff. And it's like for the first time. And I started with Afro House because it's more, you know, cool for the kids.
Exactly.
And I have a ladies group with 11 years old girls, and they did the Jinga slowly, and it's the first time the island. It also maybe or not. I'm not the first in Greece that teach young, you know, children Kizomba, but in this area, it's amazing. It's like for the first time, and I try to build this slowly, so the winter to become more and more and more.
Here we have another learning to share with the entire world. The kids are the grown-up of the future. So if you start in a young age showing them Kizomba, salsa, bachata, when they grow up, it will not be something strange. So it's one of the things that we try to implement for a lot of time, is to implement these styles, this culture in younger generations, because first, we believe that will have a good and an amazing impact on their growing. Dancing, these kind of dances, allow them to grow with a lot of good things for their brain, for them, their education, for a lot of things, okay? So this is the first thing. And second, because we are guaranteeing the future of our work, the continuation of our work. And as you are doing that, beautiful, amazing. Just
Yeah.
open the eyes, the rest of the people around the world to do the same.
Yeah, I started with reggaeton because it's more popular.
Yeah.
And we did a choreo of reggaeton, and then we did the choreo of Afro house, and then with Kizomba, and I go it slowly, slowly, and they love it. And today, before our interview, I was there, and I had 1 hour a class with them, and I decided to show some videos to the girls. I saw a video of Elisa Sala with Ladies Zinga, and I show them one of you that you dance Kizomba as a couple, and an Afro house choreography. So to have, you know, with their eyes to see that this exists. I'm not a crazy lady from Athens that I teach you all these things. This is worldwide, I mean. And they was like, wow, what is this? And I want to dance Afro house. Let's go to dance Afro house. And, you know.
Beautiful. You are doing an amazing job. Congratulations. Let's go a little bit back because you made our level 2 and level 3. And including the level 3, we have like an evaluation that you have 18 points in a total of 20. So it was an amazing punctuation. But you made the level 1. You already have experience. You have experience regarding pedagogy and methodologies because of your school degree. You're already constructing something. What made you took the decision to do the investment, because it's a big investment of money, of time, traveling, blah, 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 to do that investment to attend our level 2 and level 3?
Because I saw that it works with level 1. And I remember that you discussed this also with Daniel. That I follow your methodology like this. All levels, for the first years, all levels, everything, every detail, except of the warm-ups, because the student didn't like so much.
Of course.
I did in some classes, not everything, not in every class. But all the Kizomba, all the routines, everything, I did everything. I knew by memory the routines because I teach Kizomba at least 3 hours a day in Athens, in a different schools. So one day, second day, I just learned by memory everything, and I did it, you know, my thing. And now the last 1 year, I started to change some things that I see for the people here. Maybe it's more, you know,
beautiful.
It brings more results.
That adaptation.
But I followed your methodology and I saw results. So why not? I wanted more and more and more. So for this reason, I did the second and third level, and I was ready to do the fourth. But then COVID came and I didn't.
This will pass. This will pass soon.
Yeah.
We hope, crossing fingers.
Yeah.
So Instagram just give us 1 hour of conversation and the time just flies. We have here the final 9 minutes and we have 2 last questions. First, using our analogy of the ladder, okay, that we consider that we have 3 ladders in our life: the professional ladder, the personal ladder, and the personal, it's connected to our friends, family, relationships, and the I ladder, the ladder of I, the one that you were trying to find in Bali, okay? So in these ladders, we're gonna have a lot of steps and we have the big goals, okay? So we would like to know what is your next step. You can choose one of the ladders or you can tell us the 3 ladders, whatever. So in your growing, what is your next step to go up on the ladder?
I can tell you about 2 of these. The first one is about eye level, is to continue searching about my authenticity, and don't allow fear to break it, block it. Yes. And fear is maybe it could be fear of acceptance. Most is this fear of the society, you know, and everything. Okay, this is my goal to continue and being more strong into my real self. And the career you said about job. Professional. Here in the island, I think that I have found a new vision to try to support the countryside of Greece with my knowledge, let's say.
Beautiful.
Nice. And the message of, no, what is your big dream?
My big dream?
The top
I'm afraid to tell. I am afraid to tell my big dream. No, my big dream.
Don't be afraid.
No, I'm not afraid. I'm not sure. This is a time in my life with, I mean, the last 1 year that I did this change. That changed a lot in my life. So I think I am in the building of a dream now. It closed my vision. I can say that in a general for my life, I want to combine with a better way the quality and the balance between professional and personal life. To have quality time for me and to do things out of working.
Yeah.
Even dance or something else.
Daniel is saying here that say it loud and proud. But if you don't want to say it here, my advice, when we close here, say it for you, loud and proud. Okay? That is going to make that happen. Yeah?
And there is nothing wrong with the dreams changing because we are growing. And
yes,
sometimes we have dreams that we reach them and we should not stop for there. Because for sure you are now living a kind of dream that you had some years ago.
Sorry, I miss you. Can you repeat it? Yes. We have dreams, you said.
I was saying that there is no small dream, there is no big dream, and there is nothing wrong with the dreams changing with the time. And for sure, I believe that at this moment, you are living a dream that we had some years ago. So we should not stop when we reach a dream. We should bring extra dreams. And there will be a moment that maybe the dreams will be no longer professional. They will be more personal, more like you want to construct a family, you want to have a baby, you want to have a legacy, whatever. So these kinds of dreams can be together or can be separated because of the different parts of your life. But the advice that we are giving to all our dear friends that are attending here the teachers training is, in the moment that you are, define the dream that you want to reach, but define it with all the words, define with all the colors, define with feelings associated to that, because that construction on the paper, on your brain, it's the beginning of the materialization. And you know what I'm talking about for sure if you study what you are studying and if you live what you are living. If you don't imagine in your life, if you don't pass a dream to a plan, you will never be able to reach it. And dreams are good, but dreams are things that go and return. We need to define what are our dreams.
Specific. Yes.
Exactly. With colors, with smells, with feelings. Associate all these tools in order that they get more strength. And it's like you create a tattoo in your subconscious in order that everything will be ready. We have a system in our brain that block the capacity that we have to see and listen things. Because imagine if we listen and see 100% of all the things that we are surrounded, we will get crazy. And this is a disease. Some people have more capacity of that, and that's why they get crazy and they go to specific hospitals. So we have a system in our brain that I don't know the name in English that block the amount of information that we are exposed. Okay. So in order that we can live in a healthy way, but this blocking is connected to the things that we have in our subconscious. That's why what we think it's important. The words that we say are important because we are feeding our subconscious and we are allowing ourselves to be exposed to certain things. You have this example, I don't know if it happened with you, when sometimes you think about you want to buy something, for example, a car, a specific brand and with specific color, and suddenly you start seeing them on the street all the time. And before they were there, but you never
Of course,
saw
it
them.
happens. It's the law of attraction.
Exactly. So it's just a question. It's a law of attraction, and it's chemical, nervous system tools that make part of our body and our system. So that's why we need to open that door. And to open that door, we need to talk about that. Even if you talk to you or if you talk to a paper, it doesn't matter. But you need to pass that towards to feelings, to smells, how it will be, what you will feel when you are there. Imagine yourself there in that top of your ladder, and you are just creating all the environment in order that you are able to collect it. You have been doing that. You came to the trainings in order that you place yourself in a position out of your comfort zone, in a position of learning. You are attending online courses with digital marketing. You change your life 100% to start from scratch with all the tools and the knowledge that you had. So you are in the good process. But don't forget what comes next. Even if it is not working anymore, if that is your dream, good. Perfect.
No, yeah. I work in something new now, in a new way of teaching. Yes, and in a new way of teaching that it's more inner dance, let's say. And I work on this the last months. I do a research. I read a lot. I watch a lot of videos. And now, the last month, I have met a lot of people that are around this area, and it's amazing. It's like a miracle.
Anna, sorry, 30 seconds, a message for our audience.
Be authentic.
Beautiful. Thank you very much for your time. Wish you all the best. Hope to see you soon.
I thank you.
Soon.
I miss you. I want a hug, not a virtual one.
Don't forget, every Monday, every Wednesday, we have here these KTT Talks. Don't forget to talk with me.
Yes.
Nikita. Mwah. Big kiss.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye. Bye.